wanted to think of something I could give back to you guys for your kindness and your generosity to me. So, what would be better to give to you than something that's precious to me, right? Well, any of you that have done any looking around or searching around the internet know that my faith is very precious to me. It's very important to me. And so last year I spent a lot of time, you guys, a lot of time, recording the entire Gospel of John from the Bible. 21 chapters. I read the whole thing. But now, before you think, verily did the Lord say, whatsoever thou doest. No. The King James kind of goes over people's heads, and it kind of distances them from the relevance of it. So I found this really great translation called The Message. It's so cool, you guys. It's really cool. Very contemporary, very much the way we talk, and Jesus was ticked. I mean, that kind of thing. I mean, cool. It's really great. So I read the whole thing, and I even gave little voices to the characters. But now, before you let your imagination go crazy, Jesus does not sound like Dark Mousy, or Ed. But it's very much like an audiobook. You know how a person that reads an audiobook changes the voices a little bit to differentiate the characters. When I got done recording the whole thing, I thought, what can I do to make it easier to listen to? And I went back to the very beginning and I played the piano underneath the whole thing. So, to make it easier to listen to, and the music kind of reinforces the mood of each of the chapters and stuff. And then I have friends of mine that thought this was such a neat idea that they contributed money so that I could get all of these CDs pressed, and I bring them to conventions and I give them to you for free. I will have them. Cool, right? That's my love gift to you. So I will have them at my autograph sessions, and if you'd like one, the only price is that you have to promise to listen to it if you take it. But that's all. So you can get those from me there. I wanted to make sure to take the opportunity when I'm in front of an audience to tell you guys that I have those. Okay, question. Yes? I was just raising my hand. I didn't really even have a question. Crap, I gotta think of something.
I'm just like, God, it stinks.
I love you so much.
Oh.
From the Wrath episode, and then I started watching the other one. I just wanted to ask if you thought that Edward was a cat or a wolf. He's a kitty!
Oh, I totally think he's a wolf. Do you remember the hard time he gave Al about keeping the cat? I don't think he's a cat.
He's all adorable and stuff. Because any cat does.
Actually, I think he's a dog person myself.
Yeah, he would.
I think he loves Alexander. Okay, I keep remembering, I'm sorry, I feel like such a jerk, because I keep remembering that we're sharing the panel and I'm talking too much. So pick somebody, go ahead.
Yes.
Question for both of you.
Okay.
Out of all the roles you've ever played, was there ever one that you loved dearly, but it was hard for you to get the character?
What are you looking at me for?
Trouble getting his character?
The only thing I could say is that not trouble getting into character as much as the vocal quality. Ed has a little higher voice than I do, obviously. This is my normal speaking voice. He's a little higher, and he has a little bit of rasp in his voice. Well, whenever I would do anything that would tax my voice, like, I don't know, Broly, or doing a lot of singing, or playing softball and yelling on the field, just whatever would tire my voice, I would always get really scared, because the first thing to go when you lose your voice is that higher, softer range. It's gone. And you can't do it. And once we started getting into Full Metal, like into the 15, 20, 25, 30, into those episodes, and I started feeling the weight of what a great show it was, and the expectation, I would get really scared whenever I would lose part of my voice, because I didn't want to record one line of him unless I had my full voice to do with that voice what I wanted to do in certain situations. Like there were certain episodes where Ed would yell or scream and I just didn't have it. I know what my voice can do, and I know when I can't do something, and I get so upset with myself because you know, once you record it, it's done. 50 years from now, that line is going to sound exactly the same to people that watch it then as it did. You can't change it. You can't fix it. You can't improve it. And so I occasionally would feel the pressure of making sure my voice was in good shape to do the character justice. Even with Tamaki, you know, I was so crazy about Tamaki, and whenever I would have a little bit of a bad voice, or if I had a cold, or I just didn't feel like I sounded, especially when he was doing the romantic, you know, oh my princess, you know, this kind of stuff, and I felt like I couldn't get it, you know, in my own ear, it didn't sound right, and it was very frustrating to me. So, as far as getting into character, no, but capturing the voice and doing what you want to do with the voice has always kind of worried me when it's characters that like you really want to make sure you do a good job with.
Yeah, I've had a similar experience. I've definitely you want to get it just so. But I think and Vic probably shares this with me. I you know, when you've had that much experience being in front of a microphone and doing anime or doing voiceovers, there's a certain level of comfort. And so I think getting into a character in that realm has always been kind of